Friday, April 23rd, 2021, Monaco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. So Billy is back. It's quite early, actually. It's 7 a.m. London. And why are we so early? Well, my wife and I are going out today. We're first going to go to the silver vaults in the city of London. It's a great place if you like silver. They're not bullion dealers. They sell silver jewelry, silver artifacts. And there's loads of silver retailers there. I think you can store silver and gold there as well. This is the Silver Vaults. It's in Chancery Lane. And afterwards, we're going to go out for lunch, al fresco, because the restaurants, you still cannot eat inside. Today is going to be a nice day. It's going to be about 15 degrees, the highest. It's going to be sunny. I think that's in the low 60s in Fahrenheit. So that's why we're early. And overnight, though, I received a message from John Adams in Australia, from John Adams Economics, the guy who's been really covering the situation at the Perth Mint as it relates to silver. He's really been doing a great job. And he sent me this message. I spoke with Harvey Organ. He has revised his forecast for the May 2021 Comex futures silver contract. 3 weeks ago, he was forecasting 65 million to 100 million ounces standing for delivery. He now believes up to 50,000 contracts or 250 million ounces will stand for delivery in May. And just to let you know, it's from next Friday, the 30th of April, that you can give the first notice that you want delivery. So there isn't much time for the people who are long the May contract to roll over into the July contract. The July contract is, of course, going to be the next front month in silver. As you can see here, right now, May is still the front month. It's traded 84,000 contracts yesterday. The July is traded 21,000. As you can see, the open interest is still 75,539 for May. So according to Harvey Organ, he thinks that's going to get down to 50,000 by next Friday, which is the first notice. So if you don't want to stand for delivery by next Friday, you will have had to roll over into July. So Harvey Organ thinks that we still have 25,000 or so that are going to roll over, and we're going to get left with a 50,000 contract open interest by the end of the month. And if you multiply that by 5,000 ounces, which is the size of the silver contract, you get 250 million ounces. So the interesting thing is that, as he says here, there's only 119 million ounces in registered category. Having worked in the futures market for 20 years, it is possible for this to happen. They still have quite a few trading days to roll over, but it's getting quite interesting. And he noted as well, John Adams, Eric Sprott is apparently pissed off and has had enough. I replied to that message and I asked him, what do you mean by that? He hasn't replied yet. I think what he's implying is that it's maybe Eric Sprott who could be standing for delivery, and that it's Eric Sprott that's pissed off about what's going on in the paper market, all the shenanigans. But if you look at this chart of silver here, this weekly chart of silver, I still think it looks really bullish. We haven't really gone down since March last year. We've gone up like a rocket from around 11 to 30, and we've just been consolidating for a very long time. What it looks like to me in terms of technicals is like a rocket that has taken off towards Mars, for example. It made a pit stop at the moon in its doing things there before it takes off again. That's what it looks like to me. We're gonna have to wait. It's gonna be a very interesting last week of April to see what happens to this May contract, and to see whether there's going to be a lot of people standing for delivery of the silver. As you can see here, May, the silver futures calendar, first notice date is 30th of April. So that's Friday next week. So by Thursday next week, if you don't want to get delivered of silver, you will have had to roll over into the next front month, which is July. And then you've got to the 27th of May to take delivery, as you can see here, or to give notice. The first day for delivery is the 3rd of May, and the last day is the 28th of May. That's what you need to do if you want to find out more about these futures contracts, is go on to the CME website. That's the best place. So the other thing that we need to keep an eye on is this open interest number here. If by next Thursday, for example, this is still above 50,000, then what Harvey Organ is talking about could materialize. With that, let's quickly look at the market. So as I said, it's quite early. It's just about 10 past 7 a.m. London. We've got spot gold at 1786. That's up $2. Yes, yesterday we got up to that 1798. The US came in as usual and it sold off. Silver sold off as well, but it's still looking okay. The high overnight is 1790, the low 1782. Silver's down 1 cent at 26.14. High's been 26.23, low 26.04. The Dow future, stock markets had a bad day yesterday. Not huge drops percentage-wise, but pretty big drops. On the talk of this capital gains tax from Joe Biden, will he get that? I'm not too convinced he will. I think even Nancy Pelosi wouldn't want that because her husband has, well, her family, they're quite wealthy. They invest a lot in the stock market. Do you really think she's going to vote for 43.4% capital gains tax? I'm not too sure, but it's not a good sign. The problem with what's going on and what has been going on with the economy, in my opinion, is that the government, not just in the States, but everywhere in the Western world, government has gotten too big. There's too much debt. There's no sound money. And that's why the middle class and the working class, that's why people are suffering. Taxing the wealthy like this is not going to help. I think it's going to make things worse. Am I saying it's right that the bankers and a lot of the big corporations have been bailed out, not only in 08, but in the last 12 months? No, it's not right. But it's not right either to tax some people that actually have built businesses, who have worked hard and are earning their living honestly. And as I said, the best way to get the middle class, the working class up and running again, and it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a slow process, but it's a paradigm shift that we need. We need to believe that we don't need big government. We need to shrink the size of government. We need to go back to sound money. Until we do that, any of these plans by any politician might be good for buying votes, but it's deep down, I don't think it's going to be good for the economy. I think that's why the stock market had a tough time yesterday. And this could trigger people selling before some kind of big capital gains tax comes into effect. So we'll have to keep a close eye on that. Right now, the Dow future is up 20 points. NASDAQ is up 11. S&P is up 5, so fairly quiet again. Currencies, the pound is up 0.14% at 138 1.57. The euro is unchanged at 120.25. The dollar is down slightly versus the yen at 107.91. And the dollar is unchanged against the Chinese yuan at 649.30. High-grade copper continue to move higher. As I said, I expect copper to keep going up. I think the all-time high is somewhere around 475 or thereabouts. So yeah, it's up 0.75% at 431 this morning. WTI crude is up 0.75% at 61.86. And to finish off, the 10-year yield is unchanged at 156. So there you go. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. Please share it far and wide. Think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't yet. And you can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and all these other platforms below. I wish you all a great day. Take care. Bye.